Standard C7. So in the previous class we have discussed about the earth surface, earth structure and landforms. First we have read about the environment, change of environment and sphere of the earth. Sphere means zone. There are three zones. First one is lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. Okay. Now we are going to read about the structure of the earth. Look at the blackboard. This is earth. Earth uppermost layer. That is, we call it surface of the earth. Then the crust. Actually, it is not possible to find out the inner structure of the earth. We would have to go down right up to its center. Obviously, that is not possible. So, scientists who have taken the help of earthquakes to determine the structure of the earth. During earthquakes, variations of they are produced just as the vibration of the string of a musical instrument produce sound waves. The earth's vibration produce seismic waves. Seismic waves travel through different materials inside the earth at the different speed. Some are low speed and some are fast. They also get bent when they pass from one kind of material to another. By observing this path and speed of the seismic wave, scientists can find out the types and arrangement of the materials through which it passed. From such observation, we know now that the earth consists of three concentric layers. These are the crust, the mantle and the core. First the crust. Crust is what? The uppermost layer of the earth. This is called crust, which is very thin. With an average thickness, it is about 35 kilometers only. If we could think of the earth as an egg, the crust would be regarded as the shell. However, the crust is not uniformly thick at all places. It is thinner under the oceans and thicker under the continents, Mahadesh continents. The upper part of the continental crust, which is rich in silica and aluminium, this is called SiC. SiC. It is for silica and Al for aluminium. Cl, both. The lower part of the continental crust and the whole of the oceanic crust are composed mainly of denser materials rich in silica and magnesium. They are together called SiMa. C is for silica, SiC, and Ma for magnesium. The surface of the crust is also quite uneven. For example, Mount Everest, the highest mountain peak in the world, it is about 8,848 meters above sea level, while the world's deepest point, located in the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean, Prashant Mahasagar, this is about 11,034 meters below sea level. Now the mantle. below the crust, below the crust, lies the mantle. It extends up to the depth of about 2,900 kilometers. It is chief constituents are silicates of iron and manganese. Both the temperature and the density of the mantle increase with increasing depth towards the center of the earth. The mantle has two parts. The upper mantle is the lower mantle. The upper mantle, it is about 670 kilometers thick, while the lower mantle is nearly 2,200 kilometers, it is thick. The top layer of the upper mantle is solid. Below this layer lies the soft layer. So because of the high temperature in this layer, the rocks here are in a soft state, a stage they reach just before melting. This layer being at a depth of about 50 kilometers and extend roughly up to depth of 300 kilometers. The lithosphere, which comprise the crust and the hard uppermost part of the mantle, floats on this soft layer. Below this layer, the rocks of the upper mantle become harder with depth. The lower mantle is the solid region starting at about 700 kilometers. Unlike the upper mantle, it is composed of rocks and uniform hardness. Now come to the center, that is, we call it core, the core. The innermost layer, this is the innermost layer of the earth, it is called the core. It is about 3,500 kilometers thick. It is the densest layer. It is believed to be made up of heavy metals like iron and nickel. Nickel means Ni-Fe, knife, Ni for nickel and Fe for ferrum, iron. We call it iron. Okay. The temperature at the core are high enough to melt all metals. The study of seismic waves shows that the outer part of the core is molten while its inner part is solid. Now come to the point, rocks. What is rock? The earth's lithosphere is made up of rocks. Actually, litho in Greek means rock. The word rock usually brings to mind hard materials like marble, granite and sandstone. However, for geoscientists, rock also includes soft and loose materials like clay, sand, gravel, sleet, and in fact everything that forms the lithosphere of earth. The rocks are made up of minerals. Minerals are naturally occurring chemicals components, and minerals, feldspar and quartz, that is silica, are common continents of rocks. Minerals vary in color, texture, hardness and luster. Diamond is the hardest known mineral, diamond. Even some edible substance like halite or rock salt are minerals. Some rocks contain the gold, can be extracted. These minerals are called ores, iron ores, coal ores, these are the examples. So rocks like marble, gentle, granite, basalt and sandstone are good building materials. So those rocks are three kinds: igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic. Okay? So next class we shall read about rocks. Okay? Thanks.